Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Chan Man's Videos. This weekend, actually this past week, I started to assemble and, actually no, pardon me, correct myself. Last week I started the assembly and painting of Calamity War version of Flauros, and yeah, he's pretty much complete. I just haven't done any weathering on him yet. Painted him up and have him assembled. I still have a lot of unassembled pieces that I didn't use, and I don't think I'm going to go cut those up. The reason why I didn't need to do that is I actually purchased the original release of the weapon set, or the options set, that came with the short cannon and the ice pick weapons. And because the option set has an adapter which allows you to put these the two shoulder cannons, on other IBO kits, I had actually just painted mine white and was just going to leave it white as sort of a universal color. But once this, and I purchased it before the premium Bandai release, so it was pretty old. And since it's already painted white and it matches, I was like, oh, why cut and repaint and do all that stuff for the other weapons when I can just use what I've previously assembled and painted. So here he is, and I'm just gonna turn the turntable on. I kind of forgot how much fun it was to build this kit. There are lots of things to panel line, and it really stands out even more being on a white kit versus the Flauros' cherry pink. A few things that I did differently with this guy versus the original release of Flauros is I did add color to the hosing, and I put the gold accents and the chrome silver in. I painted the yellow strip on this. This was originally a sticker, not yellow plastic, versus the leg guard and the I guess the front and back of the shoulder, which it was color separation, as well as on the collar. This kit does come with all the additional accessories that Flauros originally came with, and I just didn't cut and assemble it. But so I have one unused poly cap, which was that ball joint, sorry, three, a ball joint and just caps that are typically used for the feet. Runner A2. This has the hands, the ice pick, and the short cannons. And so if you bought the option set, I believe this is what you got as well. And the hands in the option set were originally meant for Vidar. And however, it's convenient that it's nice to have posed, relaxed hands that you can use with the other kits, and it's universal with all IBO kits. I left runner C, I guess half unused. That's the back portion, which I'll show you later with Flauros. The tail end where his two blasters go, and where the back half of the Super Galaxy Cannon are attached. And then runner D, which is again the back half, the rifles, and the Super Galaxy Cannon itself. So that was what was unused, and as I mentioned earlier, because I had the option set, I didn't need to do that. I actually have one more Flauros unbuilt. That Flauros is from my Tekadon complete set. If I'll probably build that one and use that as my third Flauros, which goes with the Danestuff weapon and the battle damaged, where you can kind of recreate the scene of the last, I guess, Shino's last stand. And yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing when I get to him. In this case, with this Flauros, I went with gold and silver paint, versus with this guy in the background, I went with yellow and silver. Again, I added color to the piping, or the hoses on the back of the arms, the back of the legs, painted the gold, just like the 1:100 or that the high resolution kit. The only sticker I did use is the one inside his forehead for that camera. I wouldn't be able to draw those tiny lines, so since that's something I'm not able to do, might as well use the sticker there. It is a shiny green material. There are a few places that require paint application if you want to make it more accurate to anime and or to pictures that you see online. That's painting the claws and the back of the foot here. Where else did I have to apply paint? On the back here there are 4 grills and the back vent coming around here. Sorry, my kids are playing upstairs before bed, so pardon the background noise if you do hear them. I added some silver and some silver there as well, but this is pretty much what you're going to get with Calamity War version of Flauros. It is a gorgeous kit. I like the white color a lot more than, I mean, I don't mind this cherry pink. I like it that it stands out. I've been a fan of the Justice and Infinite Justice, so the colors don't bother me. One of the things that I've noticed, because he was primarily white with just shades of yellow and a few pieces of blue, I really wanted to add some more color to him, which is why I did color the hose at the arms and the legs, and I didn't do that with the Flauros. But I do really like that it sticks out, so I might go back and add more color to Flauros, just to make it pop out a little bit more. I did a lot of research on the internet looking at pictures of engine hoses, hydraulic hoses, piping and things like that, and they, in reality, in the real world, different types of machinery do use different colors. So you have your gold and silver pistons, you have red cables, green cables, blue cables, and I really feel that since almost all IBO kits, especially the Gundam frames, have so much of these hoses, I thought it'd be fun to add more color and make it stand out, and I really like that effect, so I will continue to do so. He has the capability of doing the full transformation. It's strictly a repaint of Flauros, literally. It's repaint and the option set. So it's repaint plus option set, which seems to be the trend with the IBO premium Bandai kits. So you do get a little bit of value by getting additional weapons if you didn't buy the kits before. For Calamity War, I used the Tamiya panel line accent color. If you would like to, I'm just going to turn this off. If you would like to paint your own custom, a white version, you are going to need, I really recommend white surface primer. Don't want to use gray, or you might want to use a shade of gray on the pink and then use white primer on top of the gray primer before applying the white. The reason for that is because that is a very bright and a very dark color. You will need to make sure it's covered properly, or you're just going to get a very red, you're going to get that red and that pink coming out from underneath the white. And then for the blue parts, I have Mr. Color number 72 intermediate blue, and if you match it up, it is actually very similar, very close to the exact same blue that this kit uses. And so since this guy is hard to find online on eBay, it's pretty still pretty pricey, Mr. Color number 72 intermediate blue is almost a perfect match. Alright, and then for the inner frame, this is something I recommend everybody to buy, is Tamiya X24 dark gray. The gray itself is a very close match to the plastic, the unpainted plastic of the inner frame, and so I used it on the back of his legs, or sorry, the back of his foot. And see if I can zoom in, let you see the comparison. So it's fairly close. The frame itself, this is the stock color and this is the painted color. So without the extra lighting and the gloss from the paint that you see here, and this isn't matte coated yet either. I didn't spray a matte coat on him yet, but you can see in comparison, it's fairly close. So this is why I like this paint to go with exposed parts like this that are supposed to be gray. And I'm going to move the camera up a little bit. Turn around. Just going to spin him around. And then, here we go. Very close with the blue. As I'm hoping we're able to see and show that off nicely. So these are two paints I really recommend that you get if you are going to build this kit. And then regular yellow, gold, and silver, which, you know, those are pretty standard stock colors. Once again, in comparison to the original Flauros, the piping is painted to stand out. And if you were curious what color did I use, I used XF59 Desert Yellow. I didn't want to use yellow because it already has the yellow that stood out brightly. I didn't want to use red because he really doesn't have any red on him, and so I thought that was a good fit, and I liked the result of how it turned out. And then naturally I put the panel lines to pop it out a little bit more. Again, the back parts here are all available with the kit. I just didn't assemble it. You can cut paint and have it attached, do a transformation, you then basically have an exact version in the firing mode and is in a white form. So oops, I realize I see here I didn't paint the back of that guy's foot, so I had to go back there and fix that. But yeah, that's it for the Calamity War version of Flauros. And it's a lot of fun to build. The white is sharp. It's funny to say that white is more sharp than cherry pink, but with panel lining, I definitely think the white is more sharp and it stands out. It looks cooler. Oh, you know what? I think I'll use him. A long time ago I said I'd make a weathering video using pastel, kind of give examples of how I like to use, how I've learned to use pastel from different YouTuber. And I wasn't very good at weathering, but once I watched him using pastel, I tried it a few times. I really like it. It has a subtle, dirty weathering effect, and I'm going to use pastel to do a video and just kind of give you guys a sense of what it looks like. And because he's got so much white and so many angles to apply the weathering on, I'll use him for that video. And yeah, let's see if we can make him pop out even more. But in the meantime, we'll wait on that as I need to find time to do so. But here it is, the comparison video for Calamity War version of Flauros versus the Tekadon Yusei Go version of Flauros. If you are new to the channel, I need to practice my closing. I don't think I do a very good job. But anyways, if you are new to the channel, my channel is about originally about a lot of toys, Transformers, action figures, and things like that. I've become, I think it looks like I've become a premium Bandai specialist right now, as that's what I've been doing a lot of. But in time I will put up more videos for Transformers, Star Wars, Iron Man, and different collectibles that I have. And right now our channel has grown to over 300, so thank you everyone who subscribed. You can hit the notification button so you get alerts for our new videos. I'm working on continuing a video a week, and please, if you have not done so, subscribe. But thank you very much for your support. I enjoy watching, reading your comments and replying to them. But once again, thanks everyone for your support. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again real soon.